Welcome to Speak Peak English. Today, we'll practice English with the story, A Lost Phone at the Park. This lesson introduces vocabulary related to daily activities, technology, and helping others. It's a great way to improve your listening and speaking skills while learning useful words for real-life situations. Let's get started. Listen carefully. A lost phone at the park. Emma sat on a sunny bench in Maple Park, sipping her iced coffee and enjoying the afternoon breeze. Birds chirped in the trees, and children played nearby. She smiled as she scrolled through photos on her phone, relaxing after a busy week. Suddenly, a loud bark startled her. A golden retriever ran past, knocking over her bag. Her phone slipped out and landed near the bushes. In the chaos, she didn't notice. 15 minutes later, Emma stood up to leave. She reached into her bag, but froze. "My phone's gone," she gasped. Panic crept in as she retraced her steps around the bench. A nearby jogger slowed down. "Hey, are you okay?" "I lost my phone," Emma said, looking worried. "I think it fell when that dog ran by." "Let me help you look," the jogger offered. "I'm Ryan." "Thanks, I'm Emma. I was sitting right here." They began searching around the bench, the grass, and under nearby bushes. Emma crouched down, lifting her bag and shaking it, hoping it had just slipped inside. At the same time, a toddler ran by, chasing a soccer ball, nearly bumping into Ryan. A frisbee landed near Emma's feet, followed by a shouting teenager running after it. A little dog on a long leash dashed through the scene, tangling briefly around Ryan's leg. "This park just turned into a mini obstacle course," he laughed, brushing off his knee. Ryan crouched down and pointed. "Is this it?" He pulled a phone from under a leafy branch. Emma's face lit up. "Yes! Thank you so much!" Ryan smiled. "Glad I found it before someone else did." Emma checked her phone. "It's still working. I was so worried someone might take it." "You should enable Find My Phone," Ryan suggested. "It helps in cases like this." Emma nodded. "Good idea. I'll set it up tonight." They chatted for a moment longer, before Ryan waved goodbye and jogged off. As Emma walked out of the park, phone in hand, she felt thankful, not just for finding her phone, but for kind strangers willing to help. After listening to A Lost Phone at the Park, you probably noticed how small acts of kindness can make a big difference. What would you do if you lost your phone in a public place? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's explore key vocabulary from the story to boost your English skills. It's time for word exploration. 1. Breeze. Definition: a light and gentle wind. Example from the story: Emma sat on a sunny bench in Maple Park, sipping her iced coffee and enjoying the afternoon breeze. Example from real life: we opened the window to let in the cool evening breeze. 2. Chaos. Definition: a state of confusion or disorder. Example from the story: in the chaos, she didn't notice. Example from real life: there was chaos in the kitchen after the kids tried cooking dinner alone. 3. Retrace. Definition: to go back over the same path you already took. Example from the story: panic crept in as she retraced her steps around the bench. Example from real life: I had to retrace my steps to find my lost keys. 4th. Enable. Definition: to turn on a setting or function. Example from the story: you should enable Find My Phone, Ryan suggested. Example from real life: I enabled notifications so I won't miss any updates. 5. Stranger. Definition: someone you don't know. Example from the story: she felt thankful, not just for finding her phone, but for kind strangers willing to help. Example from real life: a stranger helped me carry my groceries to the car. Now, it's time for the final round. Let's practice listening and speaking with a repeat after me session. Ready? Let's go. A lost phone at the park. Emma sat on a sunny bench in Maple Park, sipping her iced coffee and enjoying the afternoon breeze. Birds chirped in the trees, and children played nearby. She smiled as she scrolled through photos on her phone, relaxing after a busy week. Suddenly, a loud bark startled her. A golden retriever ran past, knocking over her bag. Her phone slipped out and landed near the bushes. In the chaos, she didn't notice. 15 minutes later, Emma stood up to leave. She reached into her bag, but froze. My phone's gone, she gasped. Panic crept in as she retraced her steps around the bench. A nearby jogger slowed down. Hey, are you okay? I lost my phone, Emma said, looking worried. I think it fell when that dog ran by. Let me help you look, the jogger offered. I'm Ryan. Thanks, I'm Emma. I was sitting right here. They began searching around the bench, the grass, and under nearby bushes. Emma crouched down, lifting her bag and shaking it, hoping it had just slipped inside. At the same time, a toddler ran by, chasing a soccer ball, nearly bumping into Ryan. A frisbee landed near Emma's feet, followed by a shouting teenager running after it. A little dog on a long leash dashed through the scene, tangling briefly around Ryan's leg. This park just turned into a mini obstacle course, he laughed, brushing off his knee. Ryan crouched down and pointed. Is this it? He pulled a phone from under a leafy branch. Emma's face lit up. Yes! Thank you so much! Ryan smiled. Glad I found it before someone else did. Emma checked her phone. It's still working. I was so worried someone might take it. You should enable Find My Phone, Ryan suggested. It helps in cases like this. Emma nodded. Good idea. I'll set it up tonight. They chatted for a moment longer before Ryan waved goodbye and jogged off. As Emma walked out of the park, phone in hand, she felt thankful, not just for finding her phone, but for kind strangers willing to help. That's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning with the story, A Lost Phone at the Park. If you liked this session, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Remember, practice makes progress, so keep building your English skills every day. Until next time, stay positive and keep learning.